everywhere. Let me get the flash screen. Yeah, that's it. So,
I have to turn off the sound from Twitch then, or I keep hearing double.
Yeah. That's a good idea, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, good night, wherever you are in the world. It's a special time right now, as we're having a bit of a competition going on between the testers on our Discord channel. Because it's only 1 week, we're only 1 week removed from launching Schildmaid MX on Steam. So we're doing the final test runs, and yeah, kind of to get into this competitive spirit, our testers are pretty much, yeah, giving it their all and trying to see who can beat who, and maybe even get some prizes for it. And this also gives us a nice opportunity to show to the outside world what's going on there, because we now have a replay system, so we can actually just have a chilled out while everybody's sweating like crazy to get their scores up. We can just chill out, kick back, relax, and watch some replays. And with me right now in the voice channel on Discord is my good friend Bruno, who's actually done the Brazilian Portuguese localization of the game. Hello. So you're in the voice chat and you're in the chat on Twitch. You're pretty much everywhere.
Yeah, I'm omnipresent. Yeah.
Omnipresent, right? Yeah. So if you're watching on Twitch, you'll likely respond to things a little bit late because there will be a delay. So if you watch the stream in Discord, you should be more in sync with what I'm seeing on my screen.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So you can watch my stream in Discord.
Okay.
So we got.
Yeah, it's first time on Discord, so I'm kind of a noob, but
no problem. So in the chat we have I see, of course, you. I see BB from New Zealand, who's also a contestant. He's also testing on the game, but he's also the developer of a very cool game on Steam called Operation Steel, which is, I think, also getting console ports. It's a side-scrolling shoot 'em up as well, but it has roguelike elements. So pretty much like, the whole permadeath thing, but you keep your upgrades, so you keep your ways to upgrade, and you also gather all these star charts, so you can find different routes throughout the game. Very cool thing. And then also I see another contestant who hasn't really put in a lot of work. I'm still expecting great things from him this weekend. It's Rob Farley, and he's complaining that we're not playing Gradius or Double Dragon 3 tonight. Oh, this is better, he says, to be frank. Fair enough. Good stuff. So without too much further ado, let's see what's going on in the leaderboards. So we got the regular modes, of course. We got Krieger, Chimera, Jaeger, and then the board that we're looking at right now, which is EX Jaeger. Bruno, what do you say we first kick off with a replay of yours?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, that's not gonna take long.
No, it's 2 minutes and 70 seconds. Nice little warm up, right?
Yeah, well, was my first time playing that mode also.
Yeah, first time playing this mode. Of course, you cleared the regular Jaeger mode already. So,
just today for the first time.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of new to the game, but
yeah.
When I played the EX Jaeger, then I ran to my mama, but it was very fun at the same time.
Yeah, let's have a quick look. We can see what I can ask you these sort of like sports commentary questions, like what was going through your mind.
Right.
You picked a Greif, which is a nice safe ship.
Yeah, I thought it would be hard already.
Yeah.
But this mode seems already harder than the normal mode.
Yeah, definitely. So you got 5 lives.
I found a lot of situations that I had no idea how to escape from.
No, it's tricky because you'll see a lot of new enemies that you don't see in regular Jaeger mode as well. Let me see, because I think the game audio is a little bit loud. It's hard to hear you. Let's put a little bit more quiet. Yeah, that should work. See, so
That
also,
sounds better.
yeah, also in this mode you have two per ship, at least two extra power levels, so you can have more options, more missiles that shoot around. And but yeah, I mean, if you're fighting a whole bunch of enemies, oh yeah, this is already rough, right?
Yeah, those
See what's
homing
going on?
missiles.
They're everywhere. Yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes I died and I didn't even see why because I was looking at something else. But you know, I'm sure it's because it was my first time.
Yeah.
Is this ship? It shoots kind of in like an open angle, right? Or is that the ship or is it the?
It's the ship, yeah. It has a little bit of a spread shot, which is good to catch a lot of stuff on screen, but the downside is that it doesn't have very quick killing power.
Okay.
So if you like these bigger targets, are especially early on, if you are not very high in power level, they're kind of a problem to take out quick. Yeah, yeah, you're gonna.
Is it called EX mode because you're expecting the player to use the EX power a lot more often, or?
Yeah, I think so. In general, the EX power allows you to, yeah, basically get out of tricky situations. But well, it also most of the time diminishes your ability to score. So it means, like, for example, this ship has its EX shield, but when you use it, you're no longer absorbing any bullets for your score. You know, you're just kind of like nullifying things. Yeah.
That's what I noticed. The more messy the screen becomes, the more chance you have to get points. So
yeah.
It's you have to kind of make a compromise. If you shouldn't shoot everything as soon as you see it.
Exactly. Yeah. Which is easier said than done, of course.
Exactly. That's the trick, right?
Yeah. So yeah. Officially, it's called EX mode because it's extra. Mm-hmm. So that's where it comes from. But yeah, the EX abilities are also extra abilities. You know, it's kind of part of the whole vernacular of this genre.
Right.
Let's see. Who else do we have? We can. I don't know how long we're gonna make this stream tonight, but we can. Let's see what. Let's see what. Because you can also check next to the leaderboards what. You know what the route is that people took through the game. So the Void, who's our current number 2 contestant, he went from the first loop to the third loop, to the fourth, to the fifth. So there's some crazy action in there. Then TwilightEX, a guy who's actually a world record holder in Helsinki, which is a crazy difficult to shoot 'em up. He went, let's see. He went from loop 1 to loop 2 to loop 3. So he took a safer route. But since he managed to save state together a completely deathless run, his score is higher than the Void's. The Void's actually has a higher scoring potential because he went up into a more difficult route, so you also get some score bonuses for that. So let's check, let's say, the final loop of the Void's journey. I'll start the replay and then I can fast forward in it. And see what madness is going on there.
Someone is at Twitch if you always plan to have 3 types of ships.
Yeah.
You're planning.
No, always. I think very early on we wanted to have 3 ships because I always liked that sort of variety. Definitely.
Okay, so you didn't plan to have just one ship at some point.
No. And then later on we also added a 4th ship, the Chimera, which has its own dedicated mode because it's pretty much, it combines all the strengths of the other 3 ships and none of the weaknesses. So it's very overpowered. That's why it has its own mode. and it's an endless mode, and you can't get any extra lives in there. You have a single life. So within that endless mode, with that very powerful ship, you need to see how far you can get, pretty much.
Really hard already, or does it grow like the Jaeger mode?
Yeah, it grows, but I don't know. You start off on a much higher loop than Jaeger mode, but since your ship is so powerful, you don't really feel it, you know. So you kind of blast through everything. It's just like you need to keep paying attention, because one single mistake is just the end of your run. That's it. You can't make a single mistake. But then you see later loops and later stages in the game that you can't see in the other modes. So in that sense, yeah, you will get a hard time later on. The hardest part is just to stay focused and stay concentrated and not make a single mistake.
Yeah.
So
I guess it's good to go through all the other modes like this one before you.
Yeah. So here we see the Void in stage 4-1. So the fourth loop. He skipped loop 2, I think. Yeah, he went from 1 to 3 to 4. That is his route. You always play 9 stages, but you can, if you under certain conditions, you can skip to a higher numbered loop, which is harder, but you get more score bonuses, pretty much. Yeah. It is tough. Yeah, you with Wyvern you can do it, but you really need to hang in the back. There are ways to do it. Maybe I can give it a shot later on in training mode to see how you can do it with Wyvern. Help remind me. Also, I'm opening a can right now of Guarana. Tell me if I'm mispronouncing that. It's
Guarana.
Guarana. That's a drink from Brazil that Bruno actually generously gifted me for the necessary refreshments. Yeah. So how did you find it translating a video game for the first time?
Well, it was actually the second time. The first time was made like 20 years ago. I did an unofficial translation of Flight Simulator because I was very active.
Ah.
But I did that because I found this software that could go into the DLLs. Right. Change the text. Wasn't really very well done, but I'm much more familiar with the vocabulary of
yeah.
So for this game it was quite challenging. There are expressions in Portuguese that I simply didn't know how to, I had to call people there.
Yeah.
Like, missile lock. How do you? I know what that is. I can explain it.
Yeah.
How do I put that into words? So
that is amazing. So you were making phone calls for this translation.
Yeah, I know like this guy. He really likes to read military magazines about military planes and stuff. He probably knows it. So,
that is cool.
I ask people for stuff that I never knew.
Yeah.
And gaming related expressions, I've asked friends of mine.
Yeah.
Already, they would know what the word is in Brazil for that. Almost like a blank.
Yeah.
Okay. I live in Europe for so long now that I don't know.
Yeah, it's tough. And also, this is kind of like a specialist genre, the shoot 'em up. And so we actually also had help today from the current #1 EX Jaeger mode player, TwilightEX from Japan, to help out with the Japanese localization, because Alter, who is the programmer for this game, he is actually quite well versed in Japanese, so he did pretty much like a first draft of a lot of the localization in Japanese, but he doesn't have experience as a translator, and he is not that familiar also with certain terms from this genre. So we had a lot of help today from TwilightEX getting the Japanese translation up to snuff,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that can't be easy.
No, that was tough.
think Portuguese and English, even though they have not much in common, they are probably easier to translate between them than Japanese and English.
Yeah. RJF9 says, I like to imagine you calling random people in Portugal and asking about missile lock translations.
Not even Portugal or Brazil, because the translation I did is Brazilian.
That is true, yeah. That's
and
yeah.
if you ask a Portuguese person, they'll say that that's not their language. They get pretty angry about
Yeah.
So.
It's a sensitive subject that you brought up, Rob.
Yeah. So I think a Portuguese person is gonna prefer to play it in English until you do an actual European Portuguese version.
Yeah.
They won't like it so much.
So that stage looked very hectic, right? The last one that we watched.
Yeah, I'm sweating just by looking at it.
Yeah, and it's gonna get worse in EX Krieger mode. It's we're gonna see some really crazy stuff tonight. The especially like the #1 player right now on the EX Krieger boards is just ridiculous what he's done. So I can't wait. I haven't watched that replay yet, so I can't wait to see what will go on there. One thing to know about the lasers in the game is that they look more dangerous than they are just as long as you have a shield up. You can kind of tank through lasers just as long as you can keep chaining and shooting enough enemies to keep your shield gauge refilled. But when you're out of a shield, you're in big trouble. And these big lasers that this enemy type, who's exclusive to this mode, or to the EX modes, he can drain your shield very quickly when he hits it with that big laser. So you need to be very careful with that. So the replay system is holding up well as well. Yeah, exactly. That big purple laser that targets you. BB says this.
The bar on top of the screen, the blue one, that's your shield?
Yeah, the blue one that's your shield gauge. Exactly. So BB is saying this minefield must be very hard with Wyvern. Yeah, everything is hard with Wyvern. That's just the expert's ship choice, and I'm too cowardly to even use Wyvern in this in the EX modes. But the #1 replay of EX Jaeger that we'll watch after this, that player TwilightEX used the Wyvern to get through the whole game with it. So that's going to be very interesting. You need to play very aggressive, and you need to actively dodge a lot of stuff. And you need to actively shoot things. This is ridiculous. So he lost his shield here, and what you need to do when you lose your shield in a situation like this is stop firing. Don't fire anymore, because otherwise you spawn all these suicide bullets. But the Void here didn't care and kept firing regardless and dodged all of that crap. That is nuts.
It was gonna be one of my questions to you. What would be the reason that stopped firing? Because that's a good thing to tell me. Because more like I only keep the button press throughout the entire run, but now you give me something to think about.
Yeah, exactly. Don't hold the button pressed at all times. There's a couple of advantages to not shooting all the time. First off, if you wipe the entire screen clear, you'll have nothing to shoot anymore, and thus not to refill your shield gauge anymore. So it's better to space out your kills, so you keep the shield gauge constantly topped up. Also, it's better to hold your fire if you just want to soak up a lot of enemy bullets. So that's another another good reason not to fire all the time. And what we just saw was another good reason not to fire all the time. If you're in danger and there's a lot of these small, what we call Wilson enemies flying around with suicide bullets, stop firing, because they're gonna rain down those bullets on you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. BB also no, it was Rob also. What is your favorite enemy apart from Wilson? So the Wilsons are the small enemies, and yeah, it has to be the mechs, the robots. I love them because they have the most advanced sort of behavior in the game. You know, they have a little AI routine, so they feel very much alive. It feels like it's not really quite that thing, of course, but it feels like you're fighting against thinking enemies, and yeah, it can make for all sorts of interesting situations. Plus, they have varied attack patterns and everything. It's very interesting. We got SteakEater ESP in the chat as well, who is pretty much the ruling champ by a long shot on the EX Krieger boards. And he says Void spacing is amazing already. threading the needle between some of those missiles. Blatant disregard for that big Hydra forehead. Love it. Yeah, it's true. The Hydra has a more of a vertical hitbox. So if I play that ship, I'll never try to micro dodge like missiles or bullets head on. The only time you can try to micro dodge safely is when stuff is coming down from above or from below. So like if there's a vertical attack pattern. But yeah, he's doing it. He's pretty much weaving, like threading the needle, like SteakEater says. It's impressive stuff.
He makes it look easier, but
exactly. Yeah. Nerves of steel. So now we're going to see the final boss of this mode, the Exuberant Extermination, which you also fought today, right? In regular Jaeger mode. In this mode, he's not that much different, except for that he has a little bit more health, so it takes longer to take him down. But you have more weapons also in this game, so it kind of trades off. But instead of the regular, or no, instead of the Elite mechs, he sends Corrupted mechs after you with the big purple tracking lasers. So it's a little bit trickier this fight in EX Jaeger mode.
I think this part was most of my reloads. I had like 11 reloads.
Yeah.
So probably 7 of them. But
it's tough the first time you play it.
Once I got down the strategy, then I figured out what I had to do.
Yeah.
It can be pretty punishing towards the
Definitely. And one scoring tip, shoot the core, exactly, Rob. One scoring tip for killing these bosses is to leave some of the bullets that they fire, just leave them on screen, and only, like what Void is doing here, only activate your shield when you absolutely know you can kill the boss within that same shield duration, that same combo, because when your shield is active, that means your multiplier is active, so you get a lot more points.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So if you kill a boss without your shield up, of course it's good, it's safe, but yeah, I mean, you don't really get the full points for it, and especially when your multiplier is high, you can get some ridiculous points for boss kills. So that was the runner-up, and now we're gonna watch the current champ of EX Jaeger mode, TwilightEX, who started out having a lot of trouble because he's more like a vertical shoot 'em up player, and he plays like bullet hell games. So he wasn't used to big hitboxes of a traditional, more horizontal scrolling shooter, and also being able to crash into stuff and die that way. But he's made enormous strides in just a short amount of time, and now he's with a frankly incredible number of 320 reloads, it must be pointed out. But he's on top of the EX Jaeger leaderboards now in a very short time. So it's
almost like a Dark Souls kind of reload.
Yeah, it's resolve, it's determination. So pretty much he save stated a flawless run together. Instead, I wouldn't say flawless maybe in terms of scoring, but definitely in terms of survival, because yeah, this is a no death run. Yeah, and it's about half an hour long, so we can yeah, let's have a watch how this whole run progresses, and then we can move on to the EX Krieger boards. Here we go. So he's using the Wyvern, so we're gonna see some crazy stuff, because this is definitely, it's a ship that I don't even dare to play in this in these EX modes. Because it has a lot of, like a glass cannon kind of ship almost, you know. It has a lot of focused killing power, but you actually need to line yourself up with enemies. You need to do a lot of dodging. It doesn't have like regular homing missiles either, you know.
So your EX ability needs also to be aligned.
Exactly. Yeah. It's that big hype Kamehameha beam.
Right.
So this stage you also played today.
So I'm not sure if you already said this, but choosing a different ship makes it easier or harder. But does it change your ability to score? Or
yeah, that's pretty much it.
Same way.
So it's harder to use in terms of survival, but because the ship is so focused, you can be very precise, you know? You can use it like a scalpel almost. To kill exactly the enemies you want to kill and to leave exactly the enemies that you leave alive. Yeah, to leave them alive.
But that depends only on you, like the game doesn't change the way it's supposed
No. The other thing is that the Wyvern also has the least amount of power levels, which means you reach max power quicker than with the other ships. So that means you start collecting gold quicker than the other ships as well, which is can be quite a big difference. Patience is a Wyvern virtue, says Rob. Wise words, wise words. Yeah, and one thing that so the EX modes have two exclusive enemy types that you don't see in the other modes, which is that corrupted mech that I talked about earlier, but also the corrupted little scout drones, aka the Wilsons, who leave a contaminated area behind for a short while. If you make contact with that contaminated area, you lose your shield. That's, you know, there's no getting around it. It doesn't affect its duration, though. It basically, your shield becomes corrupted and it's gone, like a couple of seconds afterwards. Very nasty stuff.
Oh, he got through the first part without reloading. So.
Well, we don't see the reloads, right? He crafted this whole run together. No, we don't see the failures, you know? So pretty much we only see the end result of all his reloads.
Okay.
As if it was one continuous run. Yeah.
Yeah, because I was about to feel like I'll never master this game if he already got through this without a single reload.
No.
And,
he's probably done a few here already.
No, I get it.
Okay. Yeah. So SteakEater says he's already picked up on how to deal with Wilsons for score, getting nice and close. This is good stuff. That is exactly right. And I don't think it's a coincidence, SteakEater, because I know for a fact that TwilightEX has been watching your stream, which you were showing some tricks of the trade on how to score big in Schildmaid MX. So he's picked up on some of your shenanigans. So another new.
Also, I noticed that now I'm playing with an Xbox controller or like a controller.
Yeah.
It's not just the controller, but the thumbstick made such a difference.
Oh yeah.
The D-pad, I was too slow.
So the thumbstick is helping you.
My score went 3 times more now.
Oh wow. So the thumbstick really helped you there then.
Yeah, I can be much quicker with going up and down and facing like the analog feel, you know, that I was missing a little.
Yeah.
I don't know if other people disagree, but for me it was a thing.
I mean, it takes all sorts. There are people playing on a PC keyboard. There are people playing on like the kind of thing that I'm playing on, which is like a 2D fight pad, you know, with a D-pad. People are playing on all sorts of sticks. There are people playing on arcade sticks. It really depends on what your preference is. I could be playing on a stick, I guess, but I'm so much used to now from all the testing to playing the game on this pad that it will just feel weird, you know. I'll just have to readjust everything again.
To me, if I watch him play now, it doesn't look like this.
Yeah.
It feels very, very fast.
Yeah. This ship has the fastest movement speed as well. So you see how quickly he zips all over the place, right?
Yeah, but you see those the micro corrections he does?
Yeah.
That would be very hard with a keyboard.
He does this. Yeah, I know for a fact actually that TwilightEX plays on an arcade stick. So yeah, I've seen him stream on that as well. So he just does like little taps and little nudges to the stick, you know. BB asks, does the game support analog input? No, it doesn't. It's full like 8-way digital. You know, analog. It can be interesting. Shooters with or 2D shoot 'em ups with an analog input, where the further you push your stick, the faster you go. But yeah, it can also really be a hassle for the players because it's harder to get consistent with your movement speed and where you want to be. You know, it's harder to be precise that way.
But I thought that I know it's only digital, but I felt like with the thumbstick, even if it's not registering analog motion, by moving it just a little bit and not all the way, I can control better how long I'm doing it.
Because there's also less travel time, right? If you move it only slightly.
Even though it's digital, I still.
Woo! Look at this! Sorry to interrupt you.
It's crazy. Yeah, no, it's high level playing there.
Yeah, he's micro tapping, like tap dodging the missiles and then grabbing all the bullets in between. Yeah. And this is a new thing that we added to the 2.0 version as well. It's like the accumulated score indicators on screen. Like the bigger they become, the bigger we blow up the letters, because it just feels satisfying, right? It's a satisfying, juicy thing to do. But if you don't like it, if you feel like it gets in the way, I mean, we took steps to make it not get in the way, but if you still feel like it's distracting, you can still turn that off in the options as well.
Right.
Here we saw some desyncs because he was flying into a missile there, which should have ended, of course, his run. But yeah, it's in the replay system is not completely faultless. There will be some, because of the variables in the engine, there will be some desynchronizations happening. But Johannes has built it in, or Alter has built it in such a way that when the replay starts desyncing, it catches a moment later on where it resyncs again. So it's never, we've never seen it happening anymore that the whole replay completely desyncs and it's just not doing anything anymore.
It's very satisfying to watch it.
Yeah, it's great play.
Yeah, because you don't see mistakes, right? He reloads and we don't get the reload.
Yeah, exactly.
Goes through the exact holes between the missiles and stuff. And
yeah.
all projectiles at the same time. It's really
Yeah, just a couple of days ago, TwilightEX just had trouble clearing vanilla Jaeger mode, you know? So I don't know, he's grown like crazy in this game.
That's my hope, because I had trouble today.
Yeah.
I played today. Seriously, I played the game a lot before, but today I sat down and I said that I'm gonna score high today. I had some issues getting through the Jaeger mode.
Yeah.
But I got there, you know, and I know I'm gonna be a lot better with time.
Yeah.
It's good to hear that the top 4 also had issues with it. So,
yeah.
Just a lot of training and you get there.
So SteakEater says, I much prefer something looser for this game. Stiff D-pads like DualShock 4 and my 360 controller don't do the trick for me. Can totally see why analog stick would feel better. And
I like it's better.
Yeah, and then BB says, analog in shoot 'em ups, I'm the why not both camp, but I can respect keeping the playing field even with digital only. Yeah. Let's not forget that BB has made his own shoot 'em up as well, so always good to talk to a fellow developer in this niche field.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Right. So he's facing the. Did you encounter this boss on your regular Jaeger run today, Bruno? Because this is an optional boss. What you're seeing here, right here, the command ship.
No, I don't think I did.
It's this massive ship, and you need to get to the middle to destroy its core.
No, I don't think it showed up. No. How do I show up? Is it on score or?
It's based on how many golden bullets you've absorbed. So if you absorb 700 golden bullets, you'll trigger its appearance.
I did absorb a lot of golden bullets, but I don't know if I did it by this point.
Yeah. Here we see some weird desyncing going on because you're definitely not able to fly through through all this. Yeah. So here the replay system can't quite keep up. It looks like. But this boss, this variation is actually a corrupted variation. Oh, that's very nice. He kept his combo up and then lasered the boss to death with his beam, with about 30 on the multiplier. So that gave him a whole a very nice large score bonus.
55 million almost.
Yeah, Alter is in the chat now as well. Of course, my partner in crime in this whole thing. He's saying what's happening with the stage in the replay. Damn, yeah, it's especially the corrupted command ship that seems to throw the replay off for some reason. I saw that before as well.
I think what I need to really get adjusted to is keeping track of what's going at me while there's so many explosions in the screen, so they kind of cover them.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's no, going from regular Jaeger to EX Jaeger is quite a big step also. There's a lot more going on in the stage, and it's tricky if you're not already in tune with the other modes to sort of keep track of what's going on, Ooh! Look at that!
So he's letting the Wilsons hit him?
Yeah, he's sitting on top of them just outside their hitbox, and then he shoots them, and because they have these 3 bullets that fly off in 3 different directions, he eats the 3 bullets before they can fly off in the different directions,
That's speedrunner stuff.
Yeah. Here it's
like clipping through the walls, in a 3D game.
Yeah.
Equivalent of that.
Here it's tricky because you have the green farts here. I mean, the contaminated areas, we've already started calling them the farts. So if you do that there, you lose your shield because they'll mess up your shield pretty much. Yeah, Steak says Twilight's Wyvern is legit. Learning all the right lessons, in my opinion. Movement is so good. Yeah, the man's a problem now. He might give you a run for your money in EX Krieger at some point.
We know where he lives because we have to take care of this.
He lives in Tokyo.
Okay.
Yeah.
I always wanted to visit Japan, so I can go there and give him a scare.
That's it.
Stop being so good.
SteakEater says retires immediately. We're gonna watch SteakEater's run not very long after this, cause it's ridiculous. I haven't watched it yet, but the score is off the chain. I think in EX Krieger he scored like over, I think it's about 210 million points.
Jesus.
Yeah. But it's really fantastic that we already have players of this level playing the game. It really helps us to balance the game already, on relatively early, where we don't have to be too worried that the game is broken or unbalanced, because we've already got people that are dissecting it.
Yeah. That's just a handful of people, I imagine, the book.
Yeah.
Playing the things you're gonna see.
Yeah, exactly.
That must be the thrilling thing for a developer, to see things you didn't even think about.
Absolutely, yeah. We've learned so much already from SteakEater on how to play the game.
Okay.
And some of the stuff he does is just too daring for me. I can't do it, And I'm not as patient also while playing the game. Like I love the juiciness of the scoring, but I don't go all the way to milk and maximize and optimize everything, because when I'm playing, I want to hit some sort of flow state at the same time,
Yeah.
You can do some crazy stuff with trying to stall as much as possible and things like that. Like to really try and suck every golden bullet from the screen as much as you can. But
Yeah.
I feel like, me as a player, I feel like, okay, time to move on,
Yeah, just killing some stuff is fun.
Yeah. Rob asks, can you discuss the barrel roll and its execution a little bit, please? Yeah, the barrel roll is a funny little thing that our graphic artist and of course Alter thought to include, just like a button that makes you spin around on your axis, your ship, just as a visual flourish. But then our testers said like, hey, we don't like that it doesn't have any function. So we came up with a function for it that you see a lot of homing missiles in the game, right? And enemies with lasers that track you. Pretty much for I think it's one full second. If you barrel roll for 1 full second, you're invisible to enemies, so they don't know where you are. That means like they'll stop tracking you for that 1 second. So you can misdirect them pretty heavily, making you know, those tracking lasers not catch up with you, making the homing missiles overshoot you widely. So if you incorporate it into your movement in the game, it's pretty useful, especially in modes like this where the screen really fills up. It's very useful to yeah, sort of stay ahead of the curve and sort of direct all the hazards on screen. So it's a fairly subtle little mechanic, but every time we want to you know, leave the sort of undercooked stage, we felt like it started distracting from the main mechanics, the main shield mechanics of the game. So we kept it as subtle as it is, and yeah, a lot of people only kind of discover its use like later on if they keep on playing and start tackling the harder stages and the harder modes. That is pretty much what it comes down to.
I'm transfixed here by it. Gold he's capturing like crazy.
Yeah.
So many.
Yeah, a lot of restraint and discipline that he's playing with, right? Like
yeah.
He doesn't just hold the fire button down and goes to town.
It's a similar feeling like when I watch in like a Mario 64 speedrun, and I'm like, okay,
yeah,
I'll stop playing games altogether. 'Cause, you know.
yeah. But I love it that our game inspired this sort of optimization in people, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's a whole crowd out there that we want to find the breaking point of the game. You know,
yeah.
Put no point more on there.
Yeah.
Physically.
No,
like the game won't physically allow you to score more. They want to get to that point. You know?
Yeah.
You'll see things that you can't even dream of, and the game hasn't even launched yet.
Yeah, no, it's true. Hey Actane, how's it going? Oh, he can't hear me. He's watching the chat and he's watching the stream without audio. Yeah, Twilight does speak English very well actually. He's studied in the US, which is why he could help us out very nicely with the Japanese translation as well.
Should be protected. TwilightEX Jaeger should be.
Yeah, protect him at all costs. Oof! Look at this. The homing missiles everywhere, and he's just acting like they're not even there.
Yeah.
That was he used the barrel roll for that. Speaking of the barrel roll, what he did there was roll with a certain timing of where he didn't even have to move that much. It's just like the missiles couldn't find him at the exact right moments, you know. They lost where he was.
Maybe you should add an achievement to it, like you know, he's beginning to believe.
Yeah.
And you do something like this, like you got your achievement.
Yeah. One issue with Schildmaid on my stream as well is, holy crap, it just annihilates bitrate. Yeah, the particles are not friendly to the bitrate at all.
Yeah. tiny things that the infections cannot help.
Yeah, exactly. We could, for streaming the game, turn off a lot of the particle effects and everything, but then the game also looks doesn't look as spectacular as it normally does. Still looks good, I think, but not as spectacular.
Yeah, and those particles, basically tiny drops that goes up a lot. That's what infections come from.
That's it.
Exactly what infections make to avoid.
Yeah.
Won't do better anytime soon.
So Bruno, when you were playing your first foray into the EX Jaeger mode, did you wonder like why all of a sudden your shield would just randomly drop out?
No, I didn't wonder. I did notice that I made mistakes a lot because of that.
Yeah.
I understand the mechanics by now, but not to know why that happened.
Yeah.
So
you know about all the green stuff.
Green stuff?
Yeah. So the green bullets, the green sort of pear-shaped enemy bullets, and the green farts, they immediately kill your shield. And in the EX mode you'll get a lot of that.
Okay. Well, I know. Well, no, I don't know if I specifically remember that, but I know that you have to keep getting projectiles to do that. And if you get hit while the shield is up, then the duration goes down pretty quick.
Yeah. Yeah.
And sometimes I wasn't paying attention to how long it would still go.
No, exactly.
Towards the projectile. That was gold or blue, and right before I touched it, the sun was.
Yeah.
I almost died. But I know that's my fault.
Yeah. Yeah, all I'm saying is be extra careful for all the green stuff because it instantly kills your shield. Or almost instantly. Yeah, you have like 2 seconds or something to get to safety when it touches you. But yeah, you can't save your shield anymore when it happens. Very nasty stuff. Look how.
Oh, like that one you mean? Like now that it just showed up.
Yeah, let's see.
The kind of green long.
Yeah, pear-shaped projectiles.
A little bigger than the normal one.
Yeah, exactly. That's the one. Yeah.
Might have gone over my head. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like
Does
I said.
It show up in egg mode?
Only if you phase skip to the 5th loop in the Jaeger mode. Otherwise, you won't even have to face them in there.
Okay, that's why I don't remember it.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's why from Jaeger to EX Jaeger is quite a big step. Now you see all these green farts here. Yeah. So now you see all these green farts in here, and here you see those green bullets, yeah.
Okay.
Stay the hell away from that.
Okay, I
Get
don't
rid
think I
of
got
it.
far enough to EX Jaeger to see that it really kicked my ass.
Yeah. Are you using the Hydra as well?
I was in the EX Jaeger mode?
Yeah.
I was using the
yeah, the Greif, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So you can use its EX shield to wipe the screen clear of that green stuff.
Okay.
So SteakEater says he's making me want to pick up Wyvern again. Yeah, SteakEater was killing it in the earlier versions with this ship as well. It's intimidating for the EX modes to use the ship, which makes it all the more impressive what TwilightEX is doing here. And he's in the final stage of EX Jaeger.
So, cool nickname, SteakEater.
Yeah.
Could see that happening.
It's a very cool nickname, yeah. SteakEater does some really cool streams as well. He makes them a lot more entertaining than I do, you know, with quizzes and all sorts of shenanigans.
I do see the difference on if I put Twitch next to Discord. Discord has a lot clearer picture. So
yeah. Yeah, this movement is impressive. Ooh! I haven't seen that. I haven't seen people tackle that situation in that way. That is crazy stuff. I usually just hang back there and then catch the stream of bullets that is flying in my direction, let the rest go. But he pretty much ate the whole bunch there.
Are those situations scripted or randomized?
Everything is handcrafted. The whole stages are, so you can definitely learn them. But there might be minor variations just because Unity is not a deterministic or fixed engine, you know. So everything I pretty much hand designed. Like there's an intention behind every sort of enemy wave, enemy formation. But yeah, there might be minor variations in there. Which is also why it's so tricky to build a consistent replay system.
Okay.
Because those minor variations start adding up, and then before you know it, things start desynchronizing, you know? Because all the replay system does is record the inputs and then plays them back in the game.
And that's why sometimes it doesn't go exactly.
Yeah, that's it.
But it's a good balance because then people who are going to be serious about scoring, they will know what to expect, but you still need some ability to get out of a situation that doesn't go exactly frame precise to what you wanted to do.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, you let some get away there. You let a few get away with there. I can see him going back to this stage and redoing that part just to catch those extra few Wilsons there.
Because of 3 projectiles he missed.
Yeah, I can see him do that. A lot of missiles. Missiles are also really annoying in the game, of course, because they will penetrate your shield. You can't block them with your shield. And they pretty much, whether you're in danger state, in shield state, or neutral state, they will always kill you. So very good to be mindful of. We had to make them exempt from the lighting in the game because otherwise you could sometimes just not see them. So they're always the same, exactly the same color, even when there's lots of like lighting shenanigans going on. Ah, he did that on purpose, I think. There we go. And then let's see how he deals with the exuberant extermination. BB is asking at Alter if he's still here. Do you keep the keyframes and resync every so often, or only if desync is detected? I'm pretty sure, BB, he's not here, but I'm pretty sure it's like a time check. So every now and then it just checks back in, like to see if there's any desync going on, and then it attempts to resync again. Pretty much, yeah. Yeah.
But the scoring stays exactly the same, even though the picture might be out of control.
I couldn't quite catch that, Bruno. What did you say?
Like if the image or the game itself runs out of sync with what the player did, does the scoring at least stay exactly the same?
Yeah, it should be. It should be. I mean, this is too technical for my pay grade, but it should be as like at the very least on resync. It should be back to consistency again. But so far I haven't seen anything crazy on the scoring counter going on.
But I guess at the end it could reach a certain amount.
Yeah. So I'll explain a little bit about the game as well. Like whenever you do like a shield counter on, for example, this boss. This boss has 3 guns that fires regular bullets. Whenever you touch its bullets and activate your shield, you destroy one of its 3 guns. So if you have done that 3 times, you can't activate your shield anymore of that boss, because all his regular bullet guns are destroyed. So I'm very curious to see what happens now, because he's destroyed the last cannon of the boss. He's in shield mode, so if he wants to get a fat bonus on the boss, like destroying the boss, he needs to make sure his shield is active when he kills it. That means he cannot drop his combo now. Or, you know, there's a small chance that he might get a bullet from one of the mechas to get his shield back up. So let's see how this develops. Okay, combo's still going. Oh, he lost his combo. He probably could have EX lasered in there. So that means yeah, there's nothing that can give him a shield back anymore. So that means he's gonna get a dry amount of points for the boss without his multiplier active. Ooh, wait, this enemy could give him some regular bullets. Yeah!
Okay.
That is crazy. Just in the nick, he grabbed one of the bullets of that mech, and because he destroyed the mech at the same time, the charge, let's say the shield counter, couldn't hit the mech back. So what the shield counter did, the charge that he unleashed, it found the boss instead and killed it with that. I don't know if that is in any way intentional. It looks like almost like a flukish thing, but yeah, that made him get his final score bonus.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is, yeah. I couldn't think like I couldn't play and think like that yet. It's a lot of stuff to process if you're not really far into the game already.
For sure, yeah.
Maybe he thought about it, but I wouldn't have.
No. Yeah, I really wonder. I really wonder what went through his head at that moment in time. If he didn't go in for the kill, right? He didn't go in for he could have just stayed there and fired at the boss with his shield down, but he did wait it out on purpose. So it means like he was fishing for something. He was waiting for something. He was waiting to activate his bullets in one way. That the activation actually killed the boss, he mightn't have foreseen, but I think he was trying to get some sort of shield activation going. All right then. So let's watch now the ridiculous score of a 210 million with the Hydra ship in EX Krieger mode, the hardest mode in the game, pretty much. It's the only clear on the board, so that you can see that he cleared the game because there's a star. In this mode, you can't do any reloads, so you have to pretty much do it in one go. Well, pretty much, yeah, you have to do it in one go. There's no way around it. And if we check the info section, he did a full skip clear for extra point bonus. So he went from loop 1 to loop 3 to loop 5. And if we check, he died once in 5-2, spoiler alert, and that's it. One death in the whole run, in pretty much the hardest mode in the game. So this is going to be pretty insane, I can already see. And he's in the chat right now, SteakEater.
Yeah, he's eating a steak and watching us.
Yeah, he's having a steak. He's just sitting back enjoying a steak and watching us watch him. And he's picked a different skin color or a different ship color. This is the texture error palette, I think.
That's very magenta.
Yeah, it is.
The color that doesn't exist.
No, yeah, it's a reference to like a texture area in Unity. So you see this weird combination of colors. So that's what the ship is colored after. I'm pretty sure that's the one. Alter, correct me if I'm wrong here.
It's a texture error that shows that?
Yeah. Tactical pink ship. Did you see that? Eating.
I'm trying to understand what I'm looking at. I'm like a Labrador looking at a PC now.
He was like eating those Wilsons, you know, sitting on top of them. We saw Twilight do that as well, but SteakEater is the originator of that technique, the Wilson Eater. He's no longer SteakEater, he's Wilson Eater. And now he's sitting on the spawning point of where they arrive, so he basically kills them before their hitbox becomes active.
Okay.
So this man has been studying these stages as well. Like he knows where everything appears. He knows what to do. He has a complete plan. All he needs to do
by
is
the end of this replay, I'm gonna go back to playing chess or something, like a real chess set, not even digital, because
yeah, just a chessboard.
yeah, like I'm done with computers. But
Yeah, it's over. You can just pack it up and go home.
probably go learn like how to use this thing.
SteakEater is the original Wilson kisser. Yeah, that's what he does. He does the little kiss thing. There you go. So he's already at he's already at 2 million in this stage before having killed the 2 mini bosses. Just calmly taking his time. So yeah, he has his plan. All he really needs to do during a run like this is execute on it and don't make any mistakes.
Plot twist, you're playing with one hand.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, Looney, thanks for the raid. Hope you're well these days. Been a long time since we spoke. No kissing Wilsons these days, unless you want to kiss a fart. Yeah, fair point. Hello, Otohime, Kanikuki. Hope you guys are doing good. Thank you for raiding. Raiders of the Lost Ark. Okay, what's he gonna do here? Yeah, EX. Because this part gets so crowded, you want to get rid of those homing missiles at least.
Is there a way to get rid of them usually, or you just have to...
Get rid of the homing missiles?
Yeah.
Yeah, you all the ship's EX attacks can cancel them out. So that's the only way to remove them from the playing field. To use your EX.
Alright.
Looney says it has been, yeah, doing quite good. Can't complain really. How's life treating you? I certainly can't complain either. Yeah, I've tried, but I can't. I've tried complaining, doesn't work. Nah, I'm really good.
I'm sure you manage a little bit. I mean, you're still Dutch, right? So
yeah, fair enough.
Complain a little about some.
A little bit. It's in the DNA at least a little bit, right? It's in the genes. Yeah.
You can even complain about the fact that there's nothing to complain about and that stuff.
Yeah. Looney says, it occurs to me that this would make a great arcade cat. Maybe on an Astro City style machine, but with a horizontal screen. Yeah, like a Vuelix caps have like white screens, right? Like 16:9 aspect ratio. Our Bruno, our good friend Peter Riesebos had a Vuelix cap the first time I met him at least.
Okay.
Yeah, a Vuelix arcade cap. But I think he painted over it. He did a paint job on it.
Yeah, he almost painted me, but I ran away. Like he paints everything that stands still for so long.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I could see this on a Vuelix for sure.
I don't know if I saw that when I was there. But,
it was in a studio he had it. So you were there many times, of course. The big studio. Yeah. Yeah, the big studio, you know. The art studio.
The arcade thing by the window.
Yeah. That's it. It's an arcade cap with a wide screen, pretty much, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, we added the CRT emulation as well to the game because with all these colors and these pixels, I was just wondering like, oh, what would this game look like on a CRT screen? So that's when Alter started building the CRT emulation. Also with great encouragement from who was it? Brian Reboot, yeah, one of our earlier alpha testers.
You can still go very hardcore and just get an HDMI to.
Oh yeah, like a downscaler for sure. That you don't even need to use the CRT emulation.
Exactly. Yeah.
So yeah, we do have CRT emulation in the game, but if you think the game is already, you know, the like Twitch is already mangling this game, if you watch it with the CRT emulation on, it pretty much only looks good when you're watching it face to face on the screen. Definitely not when you're capturing or streaming it.
No, that's gonna kill anything.
Yeah.
There, yeah.
Also because of the people will watch this on different resolutions and different window sizes, you know.
Yep. You get that. You get all sorts of noir and alias.
That's it. Yeah, the noir effect. Yeah. Pretty flawless. And he's got after 2 stages and 1 boss, he's got 24 million on the counter. Just let that sink in.
Oh, I already gave up gaming. I'm putting everything I have now on eBay.
Yeah, your whole collection. Yeah.
I'm gonna retire to China or something where I don't have to game.
Yeah. Only when you watch something like this, we realize how inadequate we are.
Extremely.
I'm about to hand in my gamer pass.
And you made the game. Like I have an excuse, you know.
Yeah, I don't even have an excuse. Yeah.
No.
I will let you all in on a big secret. I haven't seen the end of this mode yet. I've gotten to the second last stage, but that's as far as I've gotten. But I look forward to keep on picking away at it. And it's ridiculous because I've designed these stages, so I should know how to get through this. But it's a lot. It's a lot to deal with all at the same time, you know. And yeah, I mean, SteakEater is the only person who has cleared this version of the EX Krieger mode, which is going to be pretty much the release version. Yeah, who's made it all the way through with only a single death even to add insult to injury. So that shows how far ahead he is of everybody else. We have 2 more days of the competition to go, and I don't know. I'm really looking forward to see what the other contestants can come up with. You know, if they can come anywhere near this. And I don't want to downplay anybody's skills, but this man is on some sort of level that I wouldn't be able to get close to as one of the designers and developers of the game. Thanks for coming on, BB. Catch you soon, yeah? Actane is still
gonna wait. Yeah.
Actane is still jamming to the soundtrack as always. He's saying.
Oh, yeah, the soundtrack is really good. It really sticks to your brain, and when you're playing it just fits.
Yeah. It's really important for this genre of games to have an energizing and motivational soundtrack, I think.
Yeah. I'm glad it's not just a bunch of electronic sound. You know, it's actually
yeah. Yeah.
I mean, you can have a retro style, but you don't have to be extreme about it.
No, exactly. It's not. It's reminiscent of chiptune, but it isn't quite chiptune, right? There's like a synthy sound to it. Stalling the kill there.
Waiting for the mobile version of this game, not mobile on phones, but like handheld version of this game. So
yeah.
I can go on a 12-hour flight and get like a fifth of what this guy can do, maybe.
Yeah.
And then I have nowhere to run to and a full guard.
Yeah, you can probably dig in. Oh, that must have been a little heartbreaker for SteakEater. He lost his shield there by touching a green projectile. But he's got it back. And his multiplier is up to 33, 34. But he had it much higher, of course. He built it up quite considerably.
Is there a maximum?
Yeah, there's the multiplier actually is uncapped now, so you can let it get up to ridiculous numbers. But once you drop your combo, it goes back to a maximum saved value. And what the maximum saved value is depends on how well you're playing the game. It's a little bit tough to explain, but yeah, this system is pretty much a result of our balancing, yeah, and our tweaking to the game's balance, the scoring balance.
I can imagine there were many variants.
Oh yeah, we've experimented a lot, you know, because we started with these crude outlines, and then we started to let people test and play the game, and then we started layering scoring systems on top of the systems that we had, and then yeah, it's like a constant balancing act after that.
Yeah, can imagine.
Fighting the Hunter boss now. This boss is not in the EX Jaeger mode or in the regular Jaeger mode, so you might not have seen this one yet. And if you trigger the appearance of the previous boss, the command ship boss, which is almost inevitable in this mode, I would say, if you survive long enough. This one is coming to take revenge for his big buddy, and he will come to visit you after one stage. So one stage after you destroyed the command ship boss. So he's
okay. I haven't seen this.
No, he's pretty much trying to laser you from the back, and you can't do a whole lot to him. You just have to more or less sit out this phase of the attack, and then, like an idiot, he lets you pull behind him, and then all of a sudden the hunter becomes the hunted. See, this is what's happening now, and now you can start laying waste to him.
All right.
So what's different in the EX Krieger mode from the regular Krieger mode to this boss is that now you have the fart Wilsons, the corrupt Wilsons in the fight. So makes it a little bit more hazardous to fly around, because you can fly into those green farts and lose your shield that way. And if you don't have a shield and you touch them, then yeah, then you're dead. You lose a life.
In your history.
Your history, exactly.
You're an eaten steak.
Yeah. You're no longer a steak eater. Exactly, yeah. Well done. You're a well done steak.
Well done. Well
yeah,
done.
that's it. I was also thinking about what's the term. Yeah.
Medium rare.
Yeah, bloody, medium rare. Well done.
Yeah.
That's it. That's exactly it. So we're in the second loop now, which for SteakEater is loop 3 because he skipped onto the higher route. A lot of farts going around here. Yeah. I didn't even think of doing that. What he's just doing.
It's giving me a headache here.
There we go. Oof.
Yeah, that's just putting a lot of faith in everything.
Yeah. He sort of knew that he was gonna kill it in time, but yeah, the mechs get very aggressive, and they really can start pushing you in the corner, and straight up ramming you as well. Not too worried about the big purple laser, because he was just killing enough of the smaller enemies to keep his shield active. And he's got an extra life, the last extra life that you could earn in this mode. So yeah, you've got a maximum of 6 lives in EX Krieger mode. Ooh, okay.
So what are the lives?
Yeah, it's based on points, the extra lives that you get. And I think in EX Krieger you get your first extra life at 3 million. Then at I'm pretty sure maybe it's 6, 12, 24, 48. Maybe it's that. We changed it a little bit. We give you less extra lives in EX Krieger mode.
Okay.
Yeah, I need to look that up to have it straight, because we were messing around with that a little bit as well till fairly recently. All right, here's the Exuberant Extermination, who is not the final boss in this mode, but just a regular boss showing up. And I think he shows up after you hit like 20,000 points or something, which of course SteakEater is way over already. But he can't show up. Yeah, he can't show up like directly after the hunter boss. There needs to be one stage in between, one regular stage. So that's why he's
20,000 points, not that hard, right?
No, or 20 million. 20,000 is not that hard. Yeah, no.
Yeah, I was like, okay.
Wow, that was fast. And one single combo. He didn't drop a shield once. On to the next stage. Yeah, this is a fun stage. It can be tricky, but you can get a lot of points in this stage. And if I looked at his score breakdown, the information tab right next to his score, he's got, I think he scored like 15 million points or something in this stage alone. So he's at 65 right now. Let's keep tabs on it. At 65 million. Let's see at the end of the stage what his score says. You see how high his multiplier is now. It's at 61. So he's, for everything that he does, destroying enemies, especially absorbing bullets, he gets ridiculous points. Also, Bruno, you probably didn't notice yet, but the higher your multiplier is, the more damage your shots start doing. So if you look at the size of the projectiles of your main ship, they've inflated now, see?
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I hadn't noticed.
Now it's hard to see because now he's doing his shenanigans here. Pretty much sitting in the middle of that and eating up all the suicide bullets there. And he's leaving the small ships on the top and the bottom alive, so he's not shooting out his missiles, his homing missiles. Not too much anyway.
Barrel rolls just to deflect it?
Yeah, he did barrel rolls just to misdirect those homing missiles. So he could sit in the same place and basically make them overshoot him. This is really masterful play.
But there is an extra use for the barrel roll.
Yeah, that's it. So now his multiplier is at 79, and if you can see his projectiles, they've become quite thick right now, see?
Yeah.
So that means he's killing stuff a lot faster than early on when your multiplier is low. The downside is, of course, if he drops his shield, then all of a sudden he'll feel it in how much less damage he's doing to the enemies.
He already passed the 15 million.
Yeah, 70, 77. 83. 84. 85. Stalling the kill. 87. 88. So he went from 60.
Almost 89. Almost 89.
Yeah, yeah. So he went from 65 to almost 89. Crazy. The stage 3-2 hype.
I'm selling my PC if anyone is interested. Hit me up.
Yeah. So SteakEater is back in the chat to enjoy the victory, saying we've seen upwards of 22 million on this stage if things all go according to plan. What a beaut. Yeah, it's a really fun stage. If you're in full control of things, It's the bit after the let's say the laser suicide bullet eating part that can be tricky because you get a lot of like infected carriers after that, and if you lose your shield there, it's not good. So you see that his multiplier dropped back to 63, right? Because he had to start over his combo again, and his maximum saved value is of course not that high. It's high, but it's not that high. There's some really mean stuff happening in this stage. This is really annoying. Those aimed missiles can really catch you off guard. Rob says, I'm gonna sell my soul and see if that helps. Yeah, maybe.
I'm selling basically any device that I have that can and will be able to play the game.
Yeah.
You know, I can make a mean Brazilian barbecue, and he's a steak eater, so I have some
yeah. You have some sway over him. You have some hold over him.
Something I can do that, you know, probably would be.
Yeah. Definitely a little bit of desyncing going on, but we'll take it. We've learned that it's almost inevitable in Unity that happens, but Alter has gone through great lengths to make it as accurate as possible. And it's such a big plus for a game like this if you can if you have these not only your own replays, but you can watch other people's replays on the leaderboards as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you watch the top 3 guys, you're gonna learn something.
Definitely, yeah. Like, oh, you learn like, oh, I was shooting too much, you know?
And you made the game, you know. About us more.
Yeah, there you go. Rob says, SteakEater's biggest disadvantage is his score covering the screen. That is true, yeah. The score inflates to ridiculous numbers. Oh! Risky business. Oh my god! How come I never thought of that?
There you go.
I was thinking I made that bit too impossible to get any sort of combo going. But here he goes, proving that he can bend the game pretty much to his will.
He's beginning to believe.
Yeah.
And this is not even his final form.
No, it's close though. We're getting close to his final form. If he's cleared this mode on the hardest route and only lost 1 life in the process and breached into 200 million, then the only thing he can probably still improve, except for some further score optimizing, is not to lose any life. So he's very close to his final form already, and the game isn't even out on Steam yet. That's just unfair.
Just pull the launch, never mind.
Yeah, just pull it. Cancel.
Change business.
Yeah.
You can do something with music or something.
Yeah.
Yoga is pretty good.
Wow. Big numbers. So we're going into the penultimate stage.
It's the pink ship. That's his trick.
Yeah, that's what it does.
Pink ship doing that.
This is a bad part. You got all these mechs, and they're rushing you, and all these projectiles. Just got enough EX to save himself there, and if you saw what he did, those green mechs, the corrupted ones, he's maneuvering the other mechs in front of them so that Yeah, those green mechs are actually shooting the regular mechs down. So he's guiding them and maneuvering them in such a way that they're actually helping him clear out the screen. And yeah, that was not the end of the stage. Now we see those mini bosses just show up in the middle of stages. That's where we're at right now.
This just looks like those Mario Maker stages that people don't want it to be.
Yeah, those Kaizo Mario stages, yeah. It's funny because I really started getting serious with level design with Mario Maker, in fact. And the stage design environment that Alter had built for me to design these stages in, yeah, it kind of was like a slightly less user-friendly Mario Maker, you know? Oh, let me arrange these elements in this way, let me place these here, let me set the path for this enemy in such a way, etc. It was nice to get creative with that.
Yeah, I can imagine. I think even Nintendo probably thought of making the levels on more stuff and playing the game sometimes so they could make game out of them.
Yeah.
So I can see how you would spend hours and hours on this.
Ooh, that's his first life lost. I was almost I knew he was gonna lose a life in this run, but I almost didn't see it happening anymore. I almost forgot, like, this guy's just flawless, you know? I bet that hurt. If you're playing on such a level where you play so flawlessly, that one death might just really eat you up.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can imagine that, you know? I never played any video game on that level, so I have to imagine it. I don't know what it's like, but just using my imagination, I could see that eating you up. This is crowded. Oh, he found the path. He found the path through it.
I'm glad you're showing me this because I'll never catch it by myself.
Yeah. I mean, I'll be happy if I clear this mode on the easy path, you know. He's doing it seemingly without breaking too much of a sweat on the hardest route.
Do you know this guy, like, personally? Do you know who he is?
I've spoken to him over
so
the internet. We haven't. Yeah, he's an actual person. He lives. I've seen him on his webcam. We've never met in the flesh, so I don't know. I mean, AI, deepfake, it's pretty far advanced these days, right? So it could be that he's not an actual person.
Did he look like Donald Trump or something?
No. No, I can safely say he doesn't look like Donald Trump. Is there a difficulty adjustment when you lose a life in this mode? Yes, there is. The difficulty does go down. But I mean, it goes down from ludicrous to ever so slightly less ludicrous. So I wonder at this point how much you're going to feel like a single drop in difficulty. Yeah, so Bruno, I don't know if you knew this, but the game has a dynamic difficulty system. So if you complete a stage without dying, the difficulty goes up, because then you can obviously handle what the game throws at you. If you die though, the difficulty goes down.
Yeah, you did tell me that.
Right, yeah. Which
makes me wonder if I could have beaten even the Jaeger mode without that.
Yeah, the difficulty going up is not all bad, because enemies will fire faster and more bullets. It also increases your scoring potential, and thus you also get extra lives faster, you know. So there's a little bit of a trade-off going on there.
Yeah.
If you're used to the pace of the higher difficulties, it's just you have to, you know, respond and react faster. But if you know how to deal with it, it's only when you play like modes like this and the difficulty really jacks up, I think it can really become a problem.
Right.
But not for this man, obviously.
No, everything you say here just
doesn't apply to SteakEater. He's exempt.
He eats steak.
For sure. Yeah. And now we're going to the final boss, and this boss is also not in. Hello.
I think something activated a Siri here.
Who do we have?
That's Siri.
Oh, Siri. Okay, I thought somebody jumped into the chat.
I think some noise in the stream made her wake up.
Ah, that's why. Let me just switch tabs quickly and see. Yeah, it's just you and me in the
no,
chat.
yeah, it was really my computer doing that here.
Yeah. All right, well, let's reload the stage. So this is the this boss is only in Krieger mode, EX Krieger mode, and Chimera mode. Oh, I reloaded the whole game. No, let's reload the final stage. There we go. This is some crazy stuff, and especially in this mode, we made this quite difficult, especially the final two phases. Dynamic ski difficulty, says Rob. So as you can see, this is the hunter back again, right? The ship that you was fighting you from behind, and then you got behind it instead. But there's something weird about this hunter, because you destroyed it, obviously. So what is this? What is this thing? It's also bulging. There's something weird going on with it.
It's a transformer.
Yeah, it has growth. There's growth to it.
Some sort of fire.
And now it's cocooning. And I can see what SteakEater is doing here. He's lured it to the bottom of the screen, so you don't even see it as a whole. So that means he has a lot of space to maneuver in now, because he's pretty much guided that boss to the bottom of the screen, which is a good trick. Otherwise, if he's in the middle of the screen, it's stuff flying everywhere. Now, if he's in trouble, he can move to the top of the screen where there's relatively little going on.
Yeah.
Very smart.
That health bar is going so slowly.
Yeah.
Hurting.
And what he's trying to do now is keep his combo going. So anything green that touches his shield is going to kill his shield again and reset his multiplier. And to get a stupid amount of points, he needs that multiplier to be as high as possible. So basically he has to keep killing these enemies, don't fly into anything green. And now we're in the final phase of the fight where this boss is starting to teleport and move all over the place. And there's lots of beams. It's just madness, it's just craziness. But he's managed to stay on top of the situation with that very clever trick in the beginning. Because if you get overwhelmed earlier on, there's almost no saving you anymore. So he's on top of everything, therefore making it. Oof! Almost lost a shield there.
So more stuff going on.
Yeah.
How can you make this run on a Tegra ship?
Yeah, we're gonna have to do some optimization for the Switch.
Yeah.
And there you go. Look at that. 209, and then his golden projectile streak makes it a 210 million score. That is just disgusting. It should be outlawed. Okay, that's not the most recent version of the credits yet, so I'm not gonna sit around and watch that. There's some bugs in there as well, as you've already seen as well. So we're just gonna ignore that. We're just gonna act like that doesn't exist.
Biggest bug is that my name isn't there yet.
It's not there yet, no. That's also that's also not
bug.
good. For sure, yeah. So yeah, I mean, I wasn't even playing and I was exhausted watching that.
Yeah.
My heart is pounding in my chest.
I just feel like an inferior person now. So.
Yeah, for sure.
Depressing.
The new music totally changed the vibe of this. It's great. Yeah, when you kill the boss, right? There's actually like a little climax thingy going on now, which is not in the current public version on itch.io. So it's a nice little touch. definitely definitely adds a lot. It's these little things that can sometimes add a lot, you know. Yeah, that was mighty impressive. Maybe near the end of my lifetime I can come a little bit close to it. Just continuing to play Schildmaid. If I keep at it, maybe one day, but not anytime soon. And yeah, I mean, this is the current leading EX Krieger score on in the competition we have going on in Discord for our testers. And I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna see anybody.
Are you
close
gonna
to
reset this when the game launches, or are you gonna keep it as a memory thing?
That's a good question. So what we have right now is we have legacy leaderboards. Currently, there's nothing there. So if we upgrade the version, people can still watch the old leaderboards, you know? I don't know if this is in place yet. So we could opt to make a clean leaderboard again. But we're gonna have to decide, you know, how much has changed from this version to the retail version where it actually affects survival and scoring. And if that is enough, then we'll launch with a clean version again. Yeah.
Well, you might, maybe it's an idea to do something similar to the ghosts in Mario Kart, that you can see the developers playing as well.
Yeah.
And that can give the player an idea of how they should play, because there will be a lot of new players.
Yeah, yeah. So this is my current replay in this version. Roodworm, that's my Steam handle. I need to merge with my itch account so I can get my developer tags back again. But yeah, if I have my regular name back again and the developer tags, I'll definitely honor that so people can show that, hey, I'm the developer and I'm nothing compared to SteakEater. Screw that, you know, ghost data, like developer ghosts. This guy is already way beyond it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Oh, but I don't mean only developers, but also the data testers and all that.
Actane, I think I'm gonna call it quits for the night. I need to play some Parodius for a podcast recording that I have on Sunday as well. But I'll definitely, if I'm still awake by then, I'll definitely I'll definitely attend Chinopolis' stream because he's gonna play Schildmaid as well. He hasn't played EX Krieger yet, and he's going to do it for the first time on stream, trying to clear EX Krieger mode. So I'm really curious what will happen because Chinopolis is an incredible player. He clears shoot 'em ups very fast, but I wonder how long it would take him to adjust to this mode because it's a lot to deal with.
You had asked me to remind you to try something on combat training. I don't know what it was.
Oh yeah. That was for BB, but he's already left. I wanted to. We can still do it. See how we can get to that EX Jaeger 4-1 with the Wyvern ship without losing a shield or without dying. So let's go into combat training. Pick the Wyvern training settings. So we simulate EX Jaeger mode. Go to attack phase 4. Stage asteroids field, that is good. And if it's 4, then we need to do a preset conditions of skips. So here you can check also max upgrades, max EX, set the difficulty, set the amount of lives you have, set the save multiplier, and set the starting multiplier. So if you would skip phases to get here, this is likely the conditions that you'll end up in if you haven't died, of course. Yeah, no, definitely real hardware, but that shouldn't be an objection, Actane. I can connect my Saturn to my setup here, but it's a little bit of a hassle, and I need some alone time after this. So yeah, let's. I need to recover a little bit. So let's see if we can show BB, if he watches the VOD, how you can get through this bit. So this is me playing.
Your pride is hurt right now.
Yeah. Alright, that's a death already. Let's do a quick restart. Does that work in training mode? Probably, right? Yeah. That's all working. So it's mainly the mace section that he wanted to know about. Okay, here we go. So here we get farts. So these farts will go away. Oof, well, I touched one of the green bullets. Now, yeah, I can still get through here, but I basically shouldn't shoot anything. Until now. Okay, so this is how not to do it. Let's do a quick restart. Yeah, it's tough with the ship for sure, but it should be possible. Everything is possible.
You just need to believe.
You need to believe, that's all.
It's not the spoon that bends.
Oof, got touched by the green bullet. See how quickly you can get touched by those things and lose your shield. Risky business. Alright, let's try it again. Okay. Nope! I made a mistake.
This could take a while.
Yeah.
Because you're still, you know, I'm struck by SteakEater.
Yeah. Everything that I do right now won't be as impressive.
No.
Yeah, I can see what BB means now, like how the Wyvern will have a tough time with that section. And Twilight didn't skip any phases, right? So we didn't see him tackle the stage with a Wyvern. Oof! That is tough, yeah. I can't even blast my way through there. Okay, let's try it one more time. Death fart. I might have to try a different route through those rocks. I will have tested this at some point, so it should be possible. But I haven't used the ship in this mode for a long time either, so I need to re-strategize. There we go. Okay, attempt number 4. No worries. Yeah, made it through.
That it? Yeah, right?
Yeah. Not without losing my shield. That's a whole another level of challenge, but yeah, I survived it at least. So yeah, if your multiplier is already this relatively high, you know, it's you can already make like a bunch of points in this stage.
Okay.
Damn long danger period that it has, this shit. So the Wyvern also has the shortest base shield duration and the longest danger period.
Okay. We need to keep catching them.
Yeah. Well, not bad. I no missed the stage. No deaths.
Nice.
That's something to be a little bit proud of.
You have a proof of concept now. It works.
Yeah, it works. It works. It's all possible.
All right.
It might be possible without losing your shield, actually, but it looks very difficult. It looks very difficult to get through there without losing your shield. So yeah, that about wraps it up, I guess. Let me see who's on there that we can raid. And yeah, thanks everybody for joining. It was a lot of fun to get through these replays. I'll be posting more clips of our contestants before Sunday throughout the coming 2 days. And yeah, let's see who wins. Will it be SteakEater in EX Krieger? Will it be TwilightEX in EX Jaeger? We'll find out very soon.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Read Desmaku. I think that should work. Yeah, that should do it. Alright, so goodbye everybody. See you in the next stream. Peace out.